have hunted in many places, from a misty forest of Normandy to the vast cornfields of Iowa, but none have left me with as many emotions as the southwest of France, especially the Landes and Pyrenees-Atlantiques forest area. Of course, wild boar hunting is not for fun, but for survival, as farmers in the area have become so terrified that wild boars have destroyed most of their farms. As the sun rose, we spread out in different directions. The hunters began to drive wild boars from deep in the forest towards us, a shooting post right across the field. Dogs barking mixed with sirens. The wild boar collapsed after a gunshot. I felt my heart pounding, not necessarily from fear, but from excitement and a sense of victory. The leader boar was killed, but the rest escaped and hid in the woods. The dogs and I continued to chase. The boar rushed through the woods and ran toward the field where the farmer had just plowed the soil to prepare for sowing. The wild boar charged at a very fast speed, but still could not escape my bronze bullet. As another wild boar rushed out, and it could not escape the same fate as its fellows. Oh my God, did you see that? A herd of more than a dozen wild boars rushed out of the woods next to the farm. If they weren't exterminated, the farmers probably wouldn't be able to sow seeds in this field, because the pigs would destroy all the crops, including the seeds. Every time a wild boar appeared, I shot very decisively, because the farmers in the area placed all their hopes on us, believing that we would help them exterminate the wild boars. We went deep into the forest to hunt wild boars. The excitement and thrill of infiltrating their lair made us look forward to killing more wild boars. Hey man, did you see a wild boar run by? Soon we found them. Without wasting much time, my friends and I opened fire. Wild boars fell one after another. We happily collected the spoils. We moved to a trail and decided to set up an ambush there. Wild boars rushed out from the forest, and we took them down one by one, aiming to not let any of them escape. To hunt wild boar, you have to be very patient and never give up. And here's our result. Well, a giant wild boar. In the afternoon, our hunting was mainly in the hilly area around it. In our experience, most of the wild boars were sheltering in this area, only appearing in the surrounding farms when they were foraging. 1 foot 35 inches. Indeed, in just a few hours, quite a few wild boars appeared in my sights. At the most favorable and safe distance, I opened fire and took down each wild boar one by one. All the wild boars that were hunted were gathered in one place and loaded onto the truck. After loading the wild boars onto the truck, we moved to the gathering camps. Everyone ate and chatted happily. I also felt the friendliness of everyone. Located in Tucson, Arizona, the Santa Catalina Mountains are among the region's most renowned licensed hunting areas. With dense forests, rocky slopes, and deep valleys, the terrain provides an ideal environment for wild boars to thrive. It's no wonder that Santa Catalina attracts hunters from all over every hunting season. Our expedition, this time, also began in this very wilderness. To get the best vantage point, the whole team chose a high ground position for spotting and shooting. After nearly half an hour of patient waiting, what we had been looking for finally appeared. Oh look, a whole herd of boars is coming down the mountain slope. This is our chance. I raised my rifle and calmly took aim. Gunfire erupted, blending with the frantic squeals of the targets. Small but powerful bullets pierced straight into their vital points. Before they could disappear into the trees, I managed to take down 4 wild boars in quick succession. An exhilarating start to the hunt, thrilling and unforgettable. Remaining in the same lookout spot, I slowly scanned the surroundings, determined to spot the one boar that barely escaped. There it is. Just as it ducked behind a bush, I didn't hesitate. I pulled the trigger. It was a long-distance shot, but it still hit the target. It seems my skills have significantly improved with each challenge I face. Energized by the momentum, my team and I advanced further up the mountain, where signs of a larger boar herd had been discovered. Around 10 boars were making their way together, seemingly unaware of our presence. In the moment they slightly slowed down, eyes alert, we were already raising our guns. Quick, pull the trigger. Gunshots rang out, startling the herd into a frenzied escape. Only one boar was hit, collapsing in pain amidst the untouched wilderness. Here, wild boars are abundant. They travel in large herds, all of them well-fed and muscular. Waiting for them to come closer, we shortened the distance. The team gave a signal, and we fired simultaneously. Dust and smoke filled the air as the herd bolted in panic, trying desperately to escape the fierce barrage. But their efforts were futile against our team of sharpshooters. As a result, most of the herd was taken down right there on the spot, an overwhelming and undeniable victory. We quickly regained focus as our aerial tracker picked up the next target. As it passed before me, I didn't waste a second. I pulled the trigger. And just like that, the final prey of the day dropped to the ground. On the trail leading straight up the mountain peak, we occasionally encountered solitary stragglers trying to escape. This time, it was a large boar trying to break free from a circle of hounds. But with the team's flawless trap and execute strategy, it didn't stand chance. Hunting wild boars on such high mountain peaks remains a serious challenge, as they are extremely adept at hiding in dense foliage. We had to stay sharp and strategically deploy team members at the right spots. Even a small mistake could mean losing the target, or worse, putting ourselves in danger from surprise attack. As we climbed higher, the vegetation grew thicker, making visibility increasingly difficult. We decided to rely on our hunting dogs for support. Their sharp barks put the whole team on high alert. Not long after, the shadow we were tracking appeared. Hardy pulled the trigger. A perfect shot. The boar collapsed motionless beneath the nearby camp.
At.